So today we'll be getting some pawpaw. I think people call them papayas. I've seen a fruit called pawpaw. It produces clusters, but today we are doing this. So this fruit takes about 2 months to ripen on the tree. So today we'll be removing it. So we just do like that and it snaps. You can see it has that red blush. We call it blush, yeah? Farming terms. So I'll be showing you around. So let me just rest this somewhere here where I'll show you. This is a red jackfruit. So this is a red jackfruit. You can see its leaves are different. The normal leaves normally don't have this serrated, but for it it's, you know. And one tip, I always cut off this the tips. Okay, this one was done by an animal, but when you cut off the tip, it gets more branches, right? So let's go to the next tree. Besides this is what we call, in Uganda we call it a takataka mango, but in English it's called kate. It's called a kate mango. It's K-A-T-E, kate mango. If you know this mango, it's a bit close to the local breed that we have. Actually, it's as round and very, very sweet. It's actually very, very sweet and resistant to diseases. It's actually more resistant to diseases than other mango varieties. You can see this was a grafted tree, so the growth is a bit more pronounced. So let's go to the next tree. Now this is what they call the Tommy Atkins. It's called the Tommy Atkins. It has a very nice name. It's the only mango with a very, very beautiful name. And the reason as why it's called Tommy Atkins is because the person who discovered this variety was called Tommy Atkins. So this mango normally, when it's not yet ready, it's you can see how long the leaves are. By the way, you can tell from the variety, the leaves. The leaves of the kate are a bit shorter, but this one are a bit longer. So this is the Tommy Atkins. It's also a grafted tree. So let's go to the next one. I tipped it. This is what they call tipping. You normally tip a plant so that it doesn't just grow all willy-nilly. Yeah? So if you tip off, it grows more branches. And the more branches, the more fruits. Remember, fruits don't grow on this branch. They don't grow on the straight branch. They grow on the lateral branch. I don't know whether the English is English in there, but okay. They grow on the branches that are horizontal. That also applies to creeping plants. Creeping plants produce fruit when they are creeping horizontally. If they are creeping vertically, they will not produce any fruit. That's the key. So that was a pomelo. This is also a pomelo, but I believe this is a better variety of pomelo. They must be different varieties because you can see the pomelo leaf here is very, very short and small, but this one like a 1-year-old tree. So let's go to the next one. This right here is a guava. This must be a local guava variety because this is one of the first seedlings I got. So it's a lousy one. So let's go to the good ones. So this one is called a pixie orange. I think I'll put some pictures on the, so a pixie orange is a variety that produces so many juicy oranges. So this is a pixie orange. You can see how, in fact, it even shows you, it's like a beautiful woman. Their leaves are so beautiful. They are so beautiful. Apart from this one, of course, this one was bitten by a caterpillar, which I sprayed. But so this is the pixie orange. Then now we are going to show you something that speaks to my heart. So ignore this tree. It's causing issues. I want to remove it. It's so hard to remove this tree, but I'll remove it one day. So this one is what they call the apple guava. And the reason why it's called the apple guava is because it is crunchy like an apple, yet it's a guava. It's normally big. So this one is, and this guava fruits in 1 year. If you want seedlings for this tree, please get in touch with me. So you can see this one is fruiting for the first time in 1 year. This is the first fruiting. So these guavas they are going to grow big. So this one is an apple guava tree. So you can see also with the apple guava tree, I tipped it. so that it produces more branches. I don't want it to just grow. So this one, if you can guess it, I'm going to take like 5 seconds. Let at least someone guess. So when you look at it, what do you think? Is it a guava? Is it a watermelon? Yes, you guessed right. It's a persimmon. This is a persimmon tree, and it's a Fuyu variety. Fuyu Fuyu persimmon. So let's go to the next one. So this one is called a cherry guava. It's called a cherry guava, but some people call it they call it a strawberry guava because it produces nice small guavas that taste like strawberries. So this one is also a guava, but it's very different. I love guavas, by the way, one of my best fruits. So this one is also another local. As you can see, this one is a local guava, but it's in its fruiting season. You can see. If you want to know, guavas fruit twice in a year. Okay, I don't know whether it's twice, but they fruit like at least more than twice. So normally when it's raining, they flower and they produce fruit later on. So they normally use the rainy season to grow the fruit. Let's go to the next one. So this one is not a pixie orange. This is a Nevo orange. This is a Nevo orange. It's not a pixie, it's a Nevo orange. You can see its leaves are a bit bigger than a pixie orange. Yeah, so that's it. And for this one, actually I recommend you always get the grafted trees. They grow faster than the smaller trees. So let's go to the next one. Now, this one, I think I should also leave people to guess, but it's a deciduous tree. And by deciduous, I want to make you guys feel like you maybe did not go to school, but it just means that this tree sheds its leaves. It's a peach, yes, it's a peach, and it's called. This is the golden peach. So it's the golden peach variety. So this tree is approximately, actually right now it's 1 year. Normally it sheds off its leaves. This tree is very funny. It will shed off all its leaves and you'll be like, what is that? Is it a shrub? Yet it isn't. And I'm going to show you one tree that I love also a lot. I haven't yet got the tree, but so this one is called a giant granadilla. So you see it has some thorns, but it's called a giant granadilla. It's a giant guava, like a giant, it's like a giant passion fruit. It's very big, very big. So it's a creeping plant. I'm going to put some stilts and some ropes for it to grow. Then there's a tree behind here. So now this is called a Kent mango, Kent. And the reason why I like this mango, it produces these big mangoes, like very big. They are good for juice. They are not as sweet as Tommy Atkins or Kate, what they call taka, but it's called Kate. The Kate and the Tommy Atkins produce juicy sweet mangoes, but this one produces big, very big mangoes, but they're not as sweet as the Kate or Tommy. So let's go to the next tree. I didn't want to show you this tree, but just because it's a soursop tree. These trees are very common in Uganda. They are so common. So I didn't want to show it, but anyway, it's a soursop tree. This is about a 1 year. It's about a 1 year old tree. So it's 1 year. Someone told me the best time to plant a tree is yesterday, but the other best time is today. So let me show you more trees. It's a banana. It's a banana, but I don't like bananas that much. So I just, here in Uganda we grow bananas a lot. So I just put it because of being a Ugandan. I just have to, Now this is also another variety of mango. It's called Su, TSU, Su. This is a very long mango. You can see how, even the longest stretch I can do on my hand does not finish the leaf, just the leaf. And you can even see, now you can imagine, this is just the leaf at the bottom. So it's called a su mango. It's very long and juicy. Some of you who normally watch gardening channels have seen this when Chinese are cutting it. It's normally a long mango. So you can come. Up with a video. I don't know whether some of you really wanted to still see more trees, but now this is called the lemon. This lemon is the variety is called I've forgotten the name, but I'm going to display it. But this lemon normally it's called I've forgotten the name. I'm going to display it on the video. But this lemon normally produces so many lemons, and it's a short dwarf variety. Now this one is also another tree that I like. It's called the sapodilla or chiku. Now, sapodilla for the maybe white people, chiku for the Indians, chico for South Americans. So this thing has like 3 names. Okay, so now let's go to the next one. So this right here is called the macadamia nut. It's called the macadamia nut. So I also tipped it here when it reached 1 year. I tipped it, because if you don't tip it, it will just continue growing with one tall, and we want it to have more branches. So this is a macadamia. This variety is called, I think, KRG something. I think the other varieties I can show you of this same macadamia, but I want to show you something else. So you come. So another tree. Now this is there's one thing that I've seen. Buying from a good nursery is way more important than buying a cheap tree. This tree was, I think this is a red jackfruit, but it was more expensive than the red jackfruit I showed you at the beginning. But this one grew so well. It's either because this place has more moisture, or because this was from a good nursery. This tree was from a good nursery. So, and this is another soursop tree. Now, what I like with soursop, even the leaves themselves. Like if you, I don't want to hurt it. So let me get maybe something from down here. Let me just get one of these leaves that have been eaten. But like, even when you smell it, it smells fruity, very fruity. That's what we call it, soursop. In Luganda we call it chitafade. So let me show you my grapefruit tree. So now this one is what they call a grapefruit. This is a very confusing plant, because the leaves almost look like that of pomelo, but it has thorns. If you can see that thorn, it has thorns. I do not know why, because I've seen varieties that do not have thorns, but this one has thorns. It's a grapefruit. Now I'm going to show you the fruit that I've seen so much on YouTube, TikTok, and people have been praising it so much of its goodness. So you come and show it. So this right here is called a white sapote. The leaves look like I don't want to say it, but the leaves look like what ganja or something. But it's a white sapote. It's a white sapote fruit tree. It grows very, very fast. I don't know why. I don't know why it grows so fast. I think I'll have to tip this, but like within a period of 3 to 4 months, it has grown like almost like 2 feet, which is crazy, which is very crazy. And that ends the video. I'm going to first eat my papaya, which here in Uganda we call popo. I wanted to show you also this, in case you do not know how a coffee plant looks like. This is a coffee plant. This one is over, and it should be over like 10 years. So you can see this is a coffee bean. This is a coffee bean. I don't really take coffee. I was advised to stay away from it, but I keep the trees. So this is how it looks like on the inside. For those people who take coffee, this is where coffee comes from. And here in the central region we grow Arabica coffee. Then in the out of the central region they grow Robusta. So the Arabica is normally a big leaf like this, Arabica. No, first wait. I think this is Robusta. This should be Robusta, and if I'm wrong, I'll correct it. But this is different. So this is Robusta. It's the common variety, but the really good variety we have here in Uganda is called Arabica. But it's Robusta, so you can see that. And the good thing about a coffee plant, if you want to renew it, you just cut this off. You cut this off, and it will grow back like a youth. It will gain more energy. So that's the good thing about a coffee tree. And that's it, guys. Bye bye. So this right here is called an avocado. Some people call it vacado, but it's an avocado. It's a semil variety. I don't know why semil variety is not so common online. I think it's because semil grows in the tropics. So this is semil. You can see its leaves. So the most common variety on the internet is fuerte, which means strong. And the reason as to why it's common is because it can also grow in the cold areas. That's it, guys. Peace.